the WRL. We just got done with the truck race just a few minutes ago. Got done with those interviews, and now myself, Dasher Cash, is here with Grant for the Xfinity Series race at Indianapolis. Grant, just got done with the truck race. I was not able to watch it, but you were able to be in the booth for it. What was your take on that race?
A lot of great racing overall. A lot of side-by-side racing. Couple 3-wides. One point, I believe they were 4-wide for a brief moment. Major thing here at this track though was draft. That seemed to be the whole key player for most of the race, and for each stage it seemed like the almost winning move for each one was a 3-4 setup to where you get down turn 3, get a good even run with the front lead guy, and then through turn 4 you just get like this massive run. And fortunately, for that second place guy, the lead driver has been able to block it every time and kill the momentum of that second driver. So, yeah. Definitely drafting. I would even say, momentum is the whole thing too.
Yeah, getting through these corners can be quite tricky. Just before we started the stream, you were talking about some guy. I mean, we had about 5 cautions, 6 cautions. You said,
Yeah.
And some guys not happy about the way that those cautions played out, and the way they happened, and that's to be expected here. A lot of pushing up, coming out of the corners. You have to really time it right to be able to get it correct and get a great run off the corner here. Takes a lot of practice at this track, but like you were talking about, you can get a lot of good racing too when some of these guys start getting in their groove and they can really run this track well. Once they put a couple good laps together, it can really run well. And I mean, this track has long straights. Draft is a huge thing, like you were talking about too. We'll see that in Cup tomorrow night. We'll see how that plays out with the different draft package. But we will see how it plays tonight, which is a different draft package than Cup here in the Xfinity cars. And I'd like to see a good race out of these guys. I feel like we got something okay last week. I think we're still looking for that hidden gem. I think if these guys can get a good solid run going, and they're not trying to win it on lap 1, and they can make their moves later on in the race, later on in the stage too, that they can for sure have a good race tonight. But it's all about give it in those first couple laps, being able to back it off when you know you need to back it off, and knowing to not use up your stuff, and be able to use it later in that stage or the race. But as we move forward, I believe we got qualifying started. As I'm talking, Grant, what are some things to look out for tonight? Who are some drivers to look out for, and what are some tangible things to watch tonight?
Again, as with most tracks that we go to, you gotta watch out for the AMR guys. They have been fast every weekend, week out. The Magic Motorsports group, they've been fast week in, week out. Nitro Racing, especially Gar in the 7, consistent threat up at the front. Your guys, Weir and even Demon, very fast cars. Sitting here watching qualifying, you've got a Nat up there as well. He seems to be kind of fast today. He had a really good truck race too as well. Going to be watching him. But key points on this track definitely to watch out for is going to be turns 2 and 4. can get really tight, and then the car really breaks loose on exit if you're not careful.
Yeah, especially coming off a turn 2, you got that wall that juts out, and
Hmm.
you think you might miss it, and then you just barely grab it, and it really hooks you into the wall there hard. It's not easy to recover from either. It really slows you down that back straight. Turn 4, there isn't a wall that juts out there, but that wall comes up quick. It really does. It's a very sharp exit, and there's not a whole lot of room for two-wide racing coming out of those 2 corners there. You got to give a lot if you're going to do that. And even then, if there's somebody or a couple people that are close behind you, you might want to take your losses and not fight that guy next to you. So just knowing and having that conscious mind of when to race hard, when to go for it, when to not. But some of those guys that you're talking about, I think this is one of his better tracks. Just in general, I think he likes his place. If I do recall, maybe might be thinking of another kind of unique track. But overall, I think you're right. I think the Magic Motorsports guys could pull this one out again. I believe that ANAT can really do some damage tonight. I mean, I'd like to see again what those AMR guys can do. I'm not sure how much my guys like this track, so I'm not gonna count my chickens before they're hatched. But we can always hope as a team owner. But I think the AMR guys, ANAT, and the Magic Motorsports drivers, especially Mountaineer and Maggio, can really pull out a good one tonight. I feel like we'll see them up at the front battling for it once again. But we'll...
Yeah, and my kind of surprise driver for this race as well, Nitro, driving for his own team. He was really fast in the trucks, battling for top 5, top 3 even at one point. And he was up there in qualifying run as well. Look out for that number 1 machine. But yeah, also, you mentioned the walls there. If you're like me, sometimes you like to run out by the wall and turn in as late as you can. Turn 3 is very bad for that. Hit that safety barrier. And then, of course, coming out of 1 and coming out of 3, the walls kind of protrude a little bit as well. So, got to watch out for those if you overdrive those corners as well.
Yeah, that too. Those guys, or these guys that come out of 1 and 3, you're exactly right. Those walls do come at you pretty fast. It's not as hard to hit them in my mind. I mean, I love this track. So, but it can be very unforgiving if you are unable to get the corner correctly. And another thing to watch out.
Front row sweep by D4C.
Very cool. Who is it? Is it Demon and
We're on pole and Demon in second.
Very cool. Very cool. But what was I gonna say? Oh, this track can be very unforgiving. It can be very, very. It can take a lot away from you, in a very short amount of time. So coming out of those corners, you got to be diligent, being able to kind of predict your line coming off, and if you don't turn in at the right spot, you're going straight. I mean, it's not you. That car doesn't really turn a whole lot, and you can be stuck in that second, even third lane if you mess it up bad. I've done that before, and that's not fun. But it costs you about a second. I mean, it really does. It costs you about a second of your lap time, and you can go from first leading by about 4 or 5 car lengths here, to going back to 5th if you miss a corner. So it's not very it's not very forgiving if you don't run it the way it is meant to be run. So some of these stock cars don't do very well as run this track, as big boxy things. So yeah, but not a lot of tire wear. Was there any fuel strategy in the truck race, Grant?
And you join for the race.
Okay. Was there any fuel strategy in the race at all?
Be for stage 1, but then a late caution kind of broke that up.
Okay.
And then for the stage 3, it was 16 laps, and they had 10 on fuel.
Mountaineers in 11th, Gars in 17th. There. War Pig making a solid 9th out of that.
Yep. And we are green here at Indianapolis.
Alright, well.
We are in Demon leading your front row, both D4C drivers. There's Keith in third, battling Demon as they exit turn 1.
It's a good
Demon
visual
kind of fall
for the
back
viewers.
now a little bit. Here's
Yeah,
Maggio back on the TikTok number 6 car.
Yeah, the outside doesn't really get going here at all, you know. At all. My internet wants to load me in. Alright, watching Weir. Keith hounding him, that AMR car. Hounding his back end. You got the 18 behind them. And then he's at the 11.
Yep, that is the 11 of Jarrett Reese there.
Oh, there you go. Jordy making his second start in this series this year. Keith trying to make a
Jordy
move.
also just finished second in the truck race as well.
Oh, very cool. So it's a good track for him. Not good for me tomorrow. But Keith looking to make a move, and he's going to do it on the backstretch at the 18.
Kind of poking his nose out, trying to make a move on Jardy as well.
Track them boys down. They're all single file, so this is very good. Far, Keith on the apron. 54 trying to pinch him down. He's going to get into the wall. And like I said, you hit the wall. You don't hit the corner right, and you go back to 5th from the lead. Unless they're all going to fall in line here.
Race though, so.
Yeah, it's really early in the race. Demon trying to make a move, and he does. I'm not sure if it was the right move, but they're 3 wide now.
Definitely pushed up the track a lot there. That would give Maggio the lead coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, and just like that, Keith is
back up to 3rd, and we're back up to 4th.
Get outside top 10 here.
Demon making a move on Jardy down the back stretch.
Would you look at that? The 19 is in the top 10. He's in 9th now. Just past Turf, your man. Turf, what's happening, my man? You let War Pig pass you.
Side by side for second. Jardy gonna have to run on the outside. He'll clear.
Demon's gonna get it to him there.
There's Will in the 39, sitting right there on the 4th. Weir's back to 5th. 38 of Keith behind Weir.
Oh no, War Pig missed the corner. I'm gonna watch him.
Maggio a little bit loose off of turn 2. He's gonna fall back here. Jardy gets around for the lead. Here comes Demon for second.
Yeah, it's just gonna
third.
It's gonna take the hit right now, and later it'll come back to him here. He's got plenty of time to get more points here. So he does make contact there with the back end, gives him a push. The 18 to the outside of Jardy, and Jardy will fall back here. Go back many spots. We got another AMR car in second. The 39.
Yep. That's Will there in second. He's having a really good run. He had a good day in trucks.
Yeah.
Got involved in 2 as it's got him behind, but he was going to come back a little bit.
Had a great, or not a great, but he had a really good week last week as well, looking to capitalize in this first stage. You're making it 2 in a row. 2 good Gar slowly coming through the field, pushes his team owner into 3, way faster than he wanted to go.
Gar's the truck race winner,
Okay.
so he's trying to get back up there and go back-to-back races.
Jardy's back here in 6th, following these guys around. Looks like he's lifting a bit. I'm not sure if these guys, they might have to save a little bit from what I'm seeing from Jardy. He's lifting a little bit. Lifting. Going about what looks to be about half throttle to these guys up in front of him.
Honestly, I think that might have been what Maggio was doing as well.
Good.
Pulled out a line, fall back a little bit, get in the draft, save some fuel.
Yeah. These guys.
He's sitting third right now.
Will is lifting
hard.
Lifting hard. There goes Gar. Gar is way down at the bottom, and he's gonna get the inside of Maggio and move up to 4th because of the 39 lifting there. Unless maybe he was lagging. I'm not sure, but he was definitely off the pace and off kilter down the backstretch.
Yeah. I can't say a whole lot because I'm lagging too, actually, a little bit over here myself, so.
Might be the lobby, the server, because I'm getting a little bit of bandy situation going on over here.
I'm going to jump in Discord for a minute. So.
And Turp is in pit road. So I believe they do have to pit. Somebody was in the wall. Who was that? Who's wrecking? Mountaineer is also in the pits. I think that's... Oh, it's Conky. Conky's lagging. I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Somebody's gotta have damage. I think Conky's got damage. These guys
Looks like Steph.
What's up?
Looks like Steph, 98.
Oh, the 98. Okay. I didn't get. I thought it was Conky there for a second. I think he might have got it. The 39 definitely falling back. And Nitro moving around a little bit too. I think it's just the lobby messing with the guys that don't have that that best connection there. So something to watch. Need a good race. These guys are racing pretty decent. I mean, they are making some moves. Contact is definitely being made. There's no doubt about that. These guys are coming in. Maggio is in. And Keith, all them boys are in. All them boys. Damn boys. Bunch of Nitro though. The 2 Nitro Motorsports cars now in 2nd and 3rd. Behind Demon in the 18. Got ANAT right behind Nitro here. Oh, Nitro on the wall. Indy 22.
Yeah, I don't think it's a lobby. I think it's us.
It's us.
Yeah, I think so because they said they're all fine.
Okay. That's probably just the server connection with us then. Everybody's coming off pit road. The uncle beats the nephew off. Pit road.
Beats his nephew. I like that. Talking about weird anybody.
Yeah. Or yeah, war picking anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just barely in the grass. There goes Jardy. Here comes Keith. And the 13 is up inside what looks to be the top 5. I think who's in front of 11. The 7 is out. The 92 is no longer with us. So Mountaineer has either lagged out and or starting parked. Probably lagged out, starting parked. Nitro gonna lose a ton of positions here coming off. I don't know if he'll be inside the top 10 or really in play for some big stage points. I think that's the 7.
Hey, what big winner here with Gar? He's out in the lead here.
Yeah, And
You got
Anat
Will and
and
Johnny right there,
Demon are
following
in the
closely behind
pits.
them.
Anat and Demon are in the pits. That really sucks for Mountaineer. I might have jinxed him early, too early there. I feel kind of bad if I did. And the 22's out. He took gas only, and we're gonna have to see where this gets him. So there goes the 6. I know the 22 wasn't up with that group, but the 6 might have taken 2 from the gap and everything. From what it looks like, the 18 is also out. Can you come up there, or do you have to ride it the whole way?
Well, pre-race, you have to ride it the whole way, but then he also just said that if there's nobody coming, it's fine.
Well, there wasn't really anybody coming. I mean, they're 2 seconds back, or about a second back, it looks like. Like they were, like there was no danger of that. It was the same way with Nitro. I had caught Nitro a little bit up there too, and there was nobody around him. They were about the same situation.
Already did the same thing. He jumped up there to short shoot.
Yeah, Maggio is gone, so he's gonna win stage 1. Kevin is out. His pit. I'm gonna watch these 3 of these guys.
And that second.
For a second. 20, the 93, and the 99.
Turf is, I think, about 7.
This guy's been running for a bit, so no caution. Stage 1 did have a guy in the wall there off 2, just like we talked about.
2 to go on the stage.
Well, for the back of the 38 there, we're going to send him off into the corner, possibly get a run, coming off 2. The way the 38 was able to get a run off him, very beginning of the race. 39 is behind him, so we're as sandwiched by the 2 AMR cars at the moment. Watch Demon here. It's in front of, I think it's, yeah, it's Gar and Jardy. Watch from his front. Got 1 to go.
Demon is currently P3.
Yep.
Jardy and Gar in 5th.
Breaking the draft. I love doing that, especially here. Especially here in Michigan, Pocono, you can really break the draft on the streets. Shut up, they start following you. But coming off 2, this can be close. It's gonna be really close for these guys. Be really close for Demon. This here. Maggio will win stage 1. So it means Anat is second. Will gets second. But the 3rd place spot is still up for grabs. Jardy sends it down in. Oh! It's stuck. I don't know how it's stuck, but it's stuck. Demon.
Demon with a good run through the center of the corner was able to hold it off.
Yeah. Able to pinch him down a little bit too. Maybe
3, 4, 5.
5, 38 was able to hold on to that spot there, and the 39.
54 getting 7th, Will 8th, Turf 9th, and I believe it's Nitro in 10th.
Yeah, it is Nitro in 10th there. Getting a couple stage points there. We were told to keep an eye on him by himself. stage 2 is underway. Hopefully we'll have just as good of a stage 1 as we had stage 2 as we had stage 1.
Yep. Imagine losing that greenest. Nat sticking on the outside. Here comes Steven in third. Jardy's going to drop down on the bottom for fourth place here. Battle for second.
Watch it from Weir's King. He's got a car coming up on his bottom.
Push up a little bit, and it'll be third. But Nat up into the wall.
Nat in the wall. I'm not sure if there was contact made to put him there. Or maybe if there was just the slightest bit from Gar there. Or maybe another car in front of him. The 18 or the 11. Gar gonna get shuffled out here. Keith looks to make run back up to the top 3. With Weir falling close behind him. Gar situated himself well behind these guys. He got a little bit of a gap back. Gar behind him. Weir is sandwiched in between the two. The 39, the 22, and the 1, just behind those. Sorry, just behind that front group. The 39 and the 1 got into it there. 39 had to save it there big time, and he got kind of screwed out of that. 13 behind him, the 98. There, the 20, the 99. I'm going to assume the 19's back there somewhere.
Will and Conky still side by side, a little bit of contact as they come off the corner.
The 98, yep, the 98 passes the 13. It's 4 Toyotas all lined up there. So.
Looks like Turf is going to be able to hold off that advance for now. Here comes the 98 back down on the inside. Definitely going to move for the position. Turf trying to hold it on the outside. He's going to have the draft in the front stretch.
Meanwhile, they are 2 by 2 for second. Demon just behind him, trying to get a good run through the corner here. He will. That's a great entry. The 11 in the wall there, the 7 tags it as well. 54 was on his low side, just trying to pinch him down a little bit too much there. And the 18 will go for the move on his teammate.
Demon get a little bit of help from Gar now. Down to turn 3, we're all alone on the high side. He's going to lose some momentum. Demon gets cleared. We're just going to fall back down in the line.
And a good push to the 18 from the 54.
It was actually getting a good shove from the 7 as well. The 1 right there, watching his teammate in the 7 of Gar try to battle these Toyotas. And then that sticking right there on the back of this group as well.
Demon not in the biggest of point spots here, as we are about we're about halfway through the whole season. As we come up to this 10th week, in the next couple weeks we'll be about halfway. But for right now, he's got to work on making the playoffs, and he's not in a position to do that at the moment. He can really shake up some stuff and earn his way up to that about 12-14 spot, which is very doable, very doable. He can get a win on that. That basically locks him in, you know.
Yep. With that being said, there goes Weir. Going to move on the inside. He'll get clear going down to turn 2. Jardy up the track. That's going to give a pass to the.
Keith there.
Keith.
Yes, Keith there. Manager running away with it again. Again. Well, you could be so good, man. You're probably listening to this. You're going to listen to this at some point. Why you gotta be
Maggio,
so
if you want
good?
to just kind of drag the brakes a little bit, give everybody else a chance for a little while.
Yeah. Why don't you slow her down on the front stretch, and get lapped, and then try to make your way back up to the front. That's a challenge in which he and/or Drake and/or Casey Joe, what we saw from Casey Joe the past couple weeks, could probably do, and still end up getting top 3.
Definitely Casey
Honestly,
Joe, really good run last week at Michigan. In the
Or
Cup
Chicago,
Series.
sorry.
Congratulations to him. Chicago.
Yeah, he had a really good run. I mean, he ran away from me. I thought I had a decent car. I mean, I did. But he ran away from me. I mean, he was just extraordinarily quick. Not sure what they got in the fuel over there at BMR, but it's definitely not jet fuel because Maggio's losing the lead. And the 7 makes a move on the 18 in the process. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I love how that played out. I love how that played out. It's definitely not jet fuel because he's losing the lead.
Okay, Maggio, I know I said to drag the brake, but come on, dude.
He's still gonna win the stage. How many laps they got left? No, he might be saving fuel there. They might have to come in the pit. Are you checking on me last week?
Guard looking towards the inside of Demon
Oh,
again.
they're gonna get stacked up. Demon trying to not make it worse than it already looked like. They made it through just fine, but he did lose his spot. Been watching him for like 6 laps at this point. You've got a great view of everything. As he's just kind of hanging out right now. Gonna pounce later, probably. Not sure what's going on further back, so let's go check that out. Why don't we? Turf.
I'll keep you updated up here at the front.
Nitro is watching his Homestead Dreams drive away from him.
Coming to 3 to go, by the way.
Warpig is the class of the field back there. Beat his nephew off pit road, but can't beat him in the race. Either Kevin is pitting, or he has lost connection. Looks like Sam having some trouble with the wall, possibly. No sponsor on that car. So he's making his 3rd or 4th appearance this year in the Xfinity Series.
Even a little bit loose. Jardy's going to fall back to the back of that field. Bar's now up behind Maggio, 2nd and 3rd. Heat in the lead.
Maggio magically... Magic Motorsports with Maggio working his magic back up to 2nd magically. Because he's a magician. Two to go?
2 to go.
2 to go? Alright, Maggio, you drag the brake. Now you gotta go get him. He's got possibly the most aggressive driver in the field on his tail. Maybe not possibly, probably is. But definitely not fun for that 6 to have that 7 behind him. Gar and Demon have earned Gar. Goodness gracious. Oh, Demon got loose. Oh, baby, you just missed the pit road.
What a great save. Oh, and then he puts it in the wall.
Puts it in the wall there.
What a great save, though, by Demon.
Yeah, what a great save. I mean, I was on him the whole time. But it's unfortunate that he's gonna finish sixth now. It is still 5 points there in sixth, and he doesn't have anybody close behind him, so there's really nothing to worry about. Keith leading this thing.
I think it's a good run and get that draft. He can probably get fifth.
Maggio not gonna be able to grab Keith. Well, he drug the brake and he still gets second, unless he's got jet power here. Almost, almost. Battle Conky blocking the 98. 13 will get by him. Some more stage points there for Turf.
So he didn't get the jet fuel, but he had enough fuel.
No.
Where Keith was about to run out.
And you know who doesn't have any fuel? Is Nitro. Nitro crossing the line at the moment. He's crossing the line. I think he ran out there at the wall or something. Yep, they're in turn 2 and he's on the front stretch. So, you know who didn't get stage points? Warpig. That's who.
What a freaking... Oh wait, I can't say that on stream. Never mind.
What a world.
What a double L. Double L. Dash knows what it means. Anybody in Toyota knows what it means. Actually, anybody in WRL should know what it means if you go look at his name on Discord.
And stage 3 is underway. And in laps we got
18
stage.
laps, 12 and a thing.
Alright, so if we get a full green flag run, knock on wood. Grant, you got wood by you? I don't.
I do actually.
Okay, knock on it for me. If we get a full, if we get what we had in stage 1 and 2, this race should be pretty good. But we got people going for it. Oh. Demon getting shoveled out here. 11:39 next to him there.
So front force and Paul kind of get a little bit of space now between them and that second group.
Yeah, those 4 guys kind of pulling away here. The draft will pull that second group back to him though. At least Jardy will, from the looks of it.
Well, Jardy should be able to pull Demon, then Demon should be able to pull Will. As Will gets underneath him. Nope, falls back online.
Oh, poor pig. Come on, brother. Demon. I don't know if he has their draft. He might. There's a good. Now he does. There's a good chance that he's got. There's a great chance that he's got their draft. He doesn't have anybody behind him really. So he's in between these 2 groups. Trying to make something happen. And he will have Jardy's draft. Now Jardy missed the corner. See, that's what I'm talking about. Jardy misses the corner there. Good example, although not good for Jardy. Good example. Oh, and those. Oh, that's so. You cannot come any closer to hitting those, or to hitting that wall that juts out of 2. Both of those guys were on rails coming out of there. But it's a good example of missing the corner. I mean, you missed the corner, and he just lost like 2-3 tenths of a second there to the back of the 54. And now he's got the 18 hounded him. So I mean, that's it. And that's exactly what I was talking about.
Honestly, if you're Demon though, I'd just probably stick behind him, try to work with them, get back up to that lead group.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing. You have time. You have 12 laps, or a little bit less, if you're going to pit earlier. But you have that amount of time to go and sit behind these guys. Don't do something stupid. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is for all these guys up here.
The wall again.
But it's just kind of backing off for the moment. He's gonna give a big shove to Jardy though. Huge shove.
I was about to say huge run through 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Well, through 4.
But no, it's a good opportunity for these guys that are in second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth here to sit behind each other and run it. The only thing you got to worry about, those guys behind you catching up. That is Will in 7th with his group of guys behind him. It's a little bit more hostile back here from the looks of it. Yeah, a little bit more hostile.
A little bit of jostling around there.
A little bit of jostling. 98's in the wall, the 13's in the wall, per usual.
There's a little bit of jostling around with these 26, but still holding in line pretty well. Team's falling off just a little bit.
He was just...
Weir's looking towards the inside. He's going to get around Maggio.
Jardy following suit there, 2x2 once again for second. They got a little bit of gap to do that. Maggio going to get back around him, but the 54 will slot in, and he'll gain a spot out of that, unless the 7 goes back behind her. And he will try, at least. And it won't. This guy's kind of shaking it up here. It's getting to the end of it. It's getting to the end. We're getting close. These guys are starting to feel it a little bit, I'm sure.
So 4 Chevys, 2 Toyotas, 4 teams.
Yeah, 4 teams. Two of which are affiliated. 2 of which are not at all. Actually, wait. You've got 5 teams up here, because the 7 is a nitro car.
So aim on fatal.
Oh baby! I think Jardy got shot back by the 7 there. Demon just barely missed him. Barely missed him. But either he was letting off there, which I don't think he was, or he got shot back via the thumbtack lag there. Small bit of lag. But they're 2x2 for the lead. Looking at Keith right now. Here's Talladega style going in there. Oh, and there's that 3rd lane coming into play. The 7 pushed the 38 way too hard in there. And the 54 is up to 2nd with Maggio. Now gaining the lead back once again.
As they all fall back in line here. Still plenty of room back to Will in the 39.
Yeah, Will's pulled away from that 2nd pack. He's got some great pace today. Ooh, and the 54 is going to get shot up. There, and he comes right back down. That's going to be a caution.
Nope. Caution, not yet.
No caution yet. There it is. There it is. Caution is out. The 7, I think, well, I know the 7 got into his back bumper there. I'm not sure. Not sure what exactly happened, but he pushed him out of line, and I think he was just trying not to hit that wall and overestimated and overcompensated, he just oversteered his way back down the track there, not realizing Jardy was right there behind him. I mean, if I were Weir, I wouldn't try and wreck the 11 there. To cost you both.
He didn't try it on purpose. Instead, he got hit in the back by the 7 and got him loose.
Yeah, I'm sure he was extremely loose there. There's not a whole lot you can do when a car that aggressive when nitro lags off the start there for like first time there.
Get the worst of it there.
Yeah, poor Nat. He's having a good car. Good day.
The 98 is Steph up there in the lead at the moment.
Yeah.
lead,
might
looking
have
towards the bottom.
might have taken two there.
Gar getting shot to the back of the 38. And here comes the 8 of Conky with a huge run from his team owner in the 1.
Yeah.
Gar making it 3 wide.
To the bottom. Contact
wide,
into the
5
wall.
wide almost.
No caution at the moment. Maggio has been pushed way back, way back.
Yep, he's
That's unknown territory for him. Ooh, Conky in the wall. The 1 misses him. The 54 does not, and the 54 is around. Huge crash.
That'll be a caution.
There, the 8 into the wall, and everybody just has to miss him. Just a little bit too narrow there. A little bit too narrow. Every single car of mine, every Toyota was involved in that wreck except for Demon. He was, I believe, sitting in the 4th right now. But not good at all. There, it's our 2nd caution of the night. So it's only our 2nd. Not sure how Conky, if he just got too tight there. Really haven't seen a whole lot of guys hitting that.
Like I said, he was getting a pretty big shove from his team owner there in the 1. Then it looked like Gar went to make a move, make it 3 wide or something there.
Good. Have to look at that later. The 54 is back in the front.
13 is there as well.
13 is there as well, so maybe they weren't involved. Maybe it was a different car. He's making a move to the outside. Turf did not get a good start. You're exactly right. And it's all going to get stacked up. Oh, the 18's around. He hit the apron. And there's a big one. I'm not sure if he was trying to make a move or if he just got too far down there. But that is, just a heartbreaking move for him. But two guys really got out of that scot-free.
Oh yeah. Considering Weir was literally right behind him.
Yeah. I mean everybody's got damage now. Everybody. But just that's such a heartbreaker for himself. He was having a great run. I'm not sure it'll shake up a bunch because a lot of guys have damage now from it, but definitely not a good sign there. How many laps we got to go? To it. Maggio back up into the top 6 here as we are back green. Steph leading the way once again with his team owner right behind him. The 22 drops in, leaves the 54 out there. Nobody spins in turn 1 this time. We're all good. Demon and Jardy back there, just scrapping for the lead, or not the lead, the spots right now. Got 3 of my cars there, the 20, 19, and 54, all side together. 93 into the 38, more contact in front of them. We were trying to back out of it. Does. Nothing behind them. The 18 trying to make some moves. Or not the 18, car behind them. 54 making a move to the bottom of the 1. Power move for the 54. The 38 making moves as well. Maggio right behind. It's 2 critical role cars. Maybe one in first and second. Not anymore. Here comes Maggio. Back from the wreck, back from being put in the back. There, the 22. Here comes the 20. Keith Russell making a move, trying to find something. With Warpig right behind them. How many laps to go, Grant? Caution is on. Looks to be the 13 was involved in that. Anybody else? Let's go through the field here. try to find somebody. The 98 is the lead. That was a thing. Four's back there. The 18, once again, just keeps getting worse for him. It's not awesome, but we will get a restart here. We'll get a restart.
Oh, sorry, Dash. I was muted. Yep, that was the end of it.
That was the end of it. Okay.
Yep. So Steph is our winner.
Alrighty. So it goes Steph,
Maggio.
Maggio, and Anat. Then.
Was it an ad or was it anybody?
Oh, it might have been Heath. It might have been Heath. Let's see here. Let me go to the stream. Let me go to the stream if I can make my fingers work. Let's see here. It was Heath. It was Heath Russell. Grabbing third. Grabbing third, baby. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get out of this race here.
Maggio. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same.
Wow. All right.
I did not see who got fastest lap.
Neither did I.
Jardy. It's Jardy.
Jardy did.
Okay.
Do you know what the lap was?
I don't, but I clipped it, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Just go ahead and send it to Grant when you get the chance there, today or tomorrow.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Well.
Dash, if you want to take it.
Yeah, not. Let's start. Let's start in third. I'm not. Is it your first top 5 of the year, Heath? Is it your first top 5?
First top 5 of the season, boy.
And I mean, you got up there when the time was right. Via some cautions. I mean, some stuff had to play in your favor to get up into that position. But when you got there, you made it count. I know you weren't always in the top 10 for the whole entire race, but like I said, you made it count when you got up there. Take us through your race. I'd like to hear what the experience was from about 7th, 8th on back there.
Can't he hear Keith?
Yeah, maybe not the way you wanted it to end there, caution to end it, but definitely the way a position you wanted to be in at the end. Their third place is huge for your season right now. I mean, you're in the playoffs right now. You're pretty much safe, and this will even help your case to continue being safe. It's just a great night from you overall. Thank you very much as a team owner. And I think was Brad in 5th there. Yeah, did not happen. But come back next week. I mean, it's a great race for you tonight. Be excited about this, and it'll be it could spark a lot of good things for you. And yeah, just keep on trucking, man. Yeah, great result for you tonight. And I'll see you. Well, I'll talk to you later this week, probably.
What a joke.
Yeah, man. But yeah, have a good night, and I'll see you later. second. Maggio, you had a great car again. Um, we were telling you in the stream to back off, give other guys a chance. Um, but
Jokingly, my bad.
jokingly,
Yeah.
obviously. And then things kind of went downhill for you there, unfortunately. You got sent to the back,
Kind of.
and then involved in
Kind
a
of got
wreck.
pushed down a hill, if you will. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it just magically went downhill. I think I had some help there.
Exactly. We did. If you want to watch that stream, I believe I got it. But
I saw it.
yeah. But we both know what happened there. And I'd just like to hear what that top 4 group was like for the whole race. I know we were watching it a ton, but it's way different from a driver's perspective there.
It was a lot better, honestly. As opposed to previous weeks. I applaud everyone except for one car for doing a really good job of not trying to pass every lap and like actually pushing, and it was actually good. We were actually riding around and it was all right. But yeah, one car. I think you guys can guess who it was. Just I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't take it seriously enough or if he just doesn't care enough. But it's just kind of a wrecking ball sometimes. It's really frustrating. I mean, it wasn't even him who fucked me, but I just watched him screw a lot of other people throughout the race, and then I guess he was the one who caused the last yellow, so that kind of screwed me as well because I had a tiny bit of a run on Steph, but it's just I started on the outside of Steph. I had a good restart. I was still all right with him. He was going to clear me, and I figured he'd just go by the wall and I'd get his draft on the back stretch, but then Keith hit me a little tiny bit. It wasn't that much. It was just a tiny bit that put me on the outside of 3 wide, and that was really frustrating. And then no one turns when you're in the outside of 3 wide, so I just got sent to the back there. And I was 14th, and I was like, well, I mean, maybe a miracle run. And then that second yellow came out, and I was like, I hit my brakes immediately because I didn't want to get damaged, so I could not pit since I only had like a quarter of a lap on my tires.
Yeah.
But I still got hit anyway. But I only had 1 second of damage, so I just didn't take tires and I didn't take fuel, and I repaired that damage, and I restarted 6th. And I got all the way up to 2nd coming out of that last turn, and I don't know if it was enough. It was a run that's. I just wish you could get back to the line, man. It's so frustrating when you have that slight chance and then there's just a yellow comes out, and it's very very frustrating. But I mean, good job to Steph. He got really lucky on that. I don't even know. Oh yeah, he was in the pits when that yellow came out, and I mean sometimes that's all you need. You just need a little bit of a break, and he played it perfectly after that, and he got it done. It's one thing to be lucky and not get it done, and it's another thing to get lucky and just execute for the rest of the race, because yeah, he got lucky, but then he also had to hold off some fast guys after that. So good job to him. First win of the season, I believe. So
I think
congrats,
so, yes,
dude.
as well.
I'm definitely pissed off I didn't get the win, but I'm happy that you raced me clean. I respect that. I've never had any issues racing stuff, so I have a lot of respect for him. So happy to see him get a win.
Absolutely. Still a great points night for you, though. A lot of optimism in your came throughout the whole season, in Cup, then in Trucks, and now obviously throughout the whole season in Xfinity. You guys have done great. Can you talk to me about what happened with Mountaineer there? Really sucks I didn't get to see him compete
Yeah.
for a win. I believe he would have been up there with you guys.
Yeah, he just had a bad qualifying effort, and then he unfortunately just DC'd. It just kicked him out for some reason, so it's very, very unfortunate for him. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he would have been up there as well, but
Yeah.
oh well.
I mean,
Go on to Cup. I want to finally try to get a win on this track. I run so fast last season. I won the second stage by 5 seconds, and then the game made me lag all over the place, and I had to pull off. And then tonight I got screwed again. So just hoping I can finally get one tomorrow, maybe.
yeah, I mean, it's a good track for a lot of guys that like these unique style of tracks. I mean, it's a very popular. It's Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but it's not your conventional oval. So,
Yep.
but a great point sign, as I said, for you. Those guys, or that one guy that you were talking about, maybe not the best point sign for him. So definitely don't look down on yourself for the night you had, and just keep pushing to tomorrow. It was great. Great seeing you out there tonight, and I will see you on track tomorrow night. Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you guys, and once again, congratulations to you, Steph.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Steph, you got a little lucky there, but like Heath, you made it count when you got up there. I saw you a little bit there. You had some trouble in stage 1, but you were able to kind of rebound and get back up to that top 10 range. And then obviously you got the win off of that break that you had with that caution. Just walk us through your race. I'd like to hear it through your eyes.
Well, this season, it's been a rough season. I had a lot of bad luck, a lot of races I couldn't make, and I was sitting about like 11th, and trying to get in the top 10. I think I was in there, and somebody just absolutely plowed through me. And I went flying into the wall, and that's why I was on pit road. And so I was pretty upset. I think it might have been the same person everybody was complaining about. And then I think he ended up getting the caution out, and I pitted, and I was like, wait, hold on. Nobody else pitted.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, really big break here. And I had a lot of help from my teammate in that, and he gave me like a push on back straightaway. I think that really gave me like it made me clear of Maggio. And I wanted it to go to the line, and I didn't deserve to win the race, but I wanted it to go to the line because I thought it would have been like a cool finish. But of a season of like bad luck, could not ask for a better break.
Yeah, I mean, you put it perfectly. A season of bad luck, could not ask for a better break. And it will. I really do think it will. It'll give you that luck that you need for the rest of the season, and hoping that you can keep this trend alive. But just an overall a great points night for you. You get 5 playoff points with it, and you get the win. And now you're one of those guys that is outside looking into the playoffs with that win, so you get that waiver spot going into the playoffs. But if you keep on going, you might not need it. So just overall, a really good break for you. And I'm happy to see that you were able to get into victory lane. I really do respect you as a driver, just like Maggio said. I've never had any problems racing with you, and I wish I could see you on track tomorrow night, but I will see you next week, hopefully, possibly picking up another great finish. So thank you very much, and best of luck to you going forward.
Thank y'all for everything y'all do.
No problem. Absolutely.
Y'all have a good night.
You too. Thank you very much. All right, Grant, you want to send us off?
Well, besides for the few issues that we had, obviously on track, it was a still overall great day of racing for the Fired Up Truck Series and the Busch Series here in the WRL. Congratulations to Steph and Gar on their 2 wins today. Good job, everybody in the top 3. Turf, thank you again for joining me in the booth, as always, for truck races. Couldn't do it without you. Dash, again, thank you for doing what you do here in Busch with us in the booth. And with that being said, tune in tomorrow night, everybody, for the Rogers Racing Engines Cup Series here at the Brickyard, where we will go for 400 miles.
Not quite, but close. But yeah, stay worldwide.
So more like 200. Okay, gosh, come on, Dash.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow night, and stay worldwide.